Hey folks, this is Vince with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Now, this isn't going to be my standard review. This is more of a Father Time remembers ye old game that I really liked, and I just wanted to quickly plug it because this is a fantastic point-and-click adventure. And just for point of reference, this game was released back in 1989, I think it was, 1989, and the game takes place in 1939, which was the eve of World War II. And just to sort of like paint a picture here, the other Indiana Jones movies were actually before that time period. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was set in 1938. So this particular game takes place after The Last Crusade, and I'm kind of bummed that Marcus Brody and Sala and Sean Connery, Henry Jones wasn't in this movie, but I'm guessing it was a budget thing. Well, anyway, quick trivia, and this is something I did not know until I looked it up. The Temple of Doom is actually set a year before Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was meant to be a prequel to I did not know that. Raiders of the Lost Ark came first, movie-wise, but Temple of Doom actually was set a year before Raiders. I just thought that was cool. Anyway, so Fate of Atlantis is, I feel like this was my go-to point-and-click game. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, and in this game, as a click-and-point adventure would indicate, you're going to be looking and taking and a lot of verbs. And then you're going to be interacting with the environment. On occasion, you'll be punching some Nazis. The whole idea of this game is the Nazis are after this great power. And I'm trying really hard not to spoil the story because that's like 90% of the game. But the Nazis are after something big, like in Raiders, and you're there to stop them. Now, what's interesting about this game is that it's actually 3 games in one. In the very early onset of the game, once you get past like the quote-unquote tutorial/intro part, you'll have a choice between 3 different paths. You can either take the teamwork path. You can pretty much stick with the other main character. Her name is Sophia. She's like this psychic that wears this medallion around her neck. Well, anyway, you can team up with her and proceed with like the rest of the 80% of the game. Or you can do the fighting action path, which is by yourself. Or you can take the puzzle path, which is, I believe, also by yourself to some degree. You will run into Sophia on occasion in those other 2 paths, and you'll even come across the same locations, but the things that you interact with and the puzzles associated with them will be slightly different. Like in the teamwork path, you'll spend a lot more time in one location than you would in another path. All in all, this game is fantastic if you can get it to run. This game is fairly old, and obviously it doesn't run very well. I would highly recommend researching the controls because the game doesn't tell you any of that. Look up like a guide or something on what the controls are, how to save, that kind of thing, because none of that is rebindable. All of that is sort of locked in and coded into the game. But as a story, as a click and point adventure kind of game, it is extremely satisfying to play. I've played through it at least 6 times over the course of, well, ever since I've owned this game. It's just the theme, the story, the fighting is a bit, I mean, you know, I played this more for the story than the fighting. But it's still, you've got the whole MIDI Indiana Jones theme, and when that plays, it's just so nostalgic. So that's all I care to say about this very old game. Go check it out. It's only about $6 on Steam or so. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.